Hey folks, Captain Mark here from Kingsland Sport Fishing. It is Monday, July 3rd. I've been a bit MIA the last few days with the reports. Been pretty tired, but I want to bring you like a whole weekend kind of wrap-up report, let you know what's been going on if you're planning to go out either this afternoon, Monday, or Tuesday or Wednesday this week. It probably won't change too much based on the winds. Before I do that though, if you're new to watching my videos or if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click that subscribe button. It helps me out a great deal as a YouTube content producer. And don't forget to smash the like button. It also helps me out. So, what's been going on? So I'm going to start with Saturday. Saturday, I was out in the afternoon doing some testing. I just installed the new Smart Troll firmware and software and wanted to make sure everything was lined up and I was familiar with it. So I went out, took my wife, did a little bit of fishing and decided to go somewhere different. So prior to Saturday, the fishing had been really hit or miss at Bluffers, and I wanted to do some scouting. So on Saturday afternoon, left the marina and powered up to just west of the filtration plant and about 150 feet of water, and got just west of it and started setting up rods. That day we were running just 4 rods, my wife and I. So I decided to run 2 riggers with spoons and cheaters on and 2 divers with flies. And I think we got 1 rainbow just as setting up. And then we got nothing as we were trolling to the spit. And then the moment we got to the spit, rods started going. We ended up getting, I think that evening, my wife and I ended up getting 10 or 11 fish in about 4 hours. I think half of them were matures on Friday. The crazy part was all of the mature fish came on the flasher flies on the divers. I'm going to show you what's been working for me because I've been using the same stuff the last, 3 days. I'll show you what's been working, but all of all the good fish came in the flasher flies on the divers. On Saturday, it was the 150 diver and the 220 divers doing most of the damage. What was super cool though, fishing that Spit Islands area, once we got to the Eastern Gap, so that's the entrance to the Toronto Harbor, it was chaos. And my wife and I literally tripled up there. I no sooner would give 1 rod to my wife, I would start getting close to netting the fish for her, and another rod would go. I'd get the fish in the net, I'd put it on the floor, I'd hand her another rod. I would then, then another rod would go. I would get that fish under control, get it in the net, and hand her the 3rd rod. To the point that my wife, who hardly comes fishing with me, the next day was like, "Oh my gosh, my arms are so sore from fighting all those fish." So good problem to have. But that was Saturday. We fished until about 9:30, quarter to 10, actually probably closer to 10 actually, as the sun came down. But once it got dark, the rods literally died. The interesting part was the sonar lit up with fish everywhere, but could not get a bite in the dark. My initial plan was maybe troll back and watch the fireworks, try and catch some fish. There was nothing going on except for a beautiful screen. They did not want to go once it was dark out, even with lots of glow stuff down. So ended up popping the rods and just, coming back to the marina at like 7-8 miles an hour while watching the fireworks. And that's why you didn't get a report, because by the time I got in the marina, it was 11:30 at night and I was pretty tired. So that was Saturday. Sunday morning, I was talking to my father. I was not out. I was just relaxing after being out late on the Saturday. I was talking to my father, who went out with his buddies, and he tried something different. He tried going east of the marina. And he went east of the marina from about 100 to 150 feet of water. And he did really well. I think he had 12 or 14 bites, landed most of them. He actually got a board fish. If you see my dad, Serge Kulak, currently sitting on the GOSD, I think he's around 10th as of recording this video. He got that fish out east of the marina fishing. For them, it was all flies, even though they were running meat. It was all flies for them, fishing east of the marina in the morning. So then I decided, what the hell? I had a group out with me on Sunday night, and I decided, I might as well go fish east also. I don't fish east a lot, but I can. And did quite well. I had Paul and his buddies out. These are 3 of the guys that are in the picture on this report today. And I think we got 3 or 4 mature fish, bunch of 2-year-olds. I think we got a rainbow or 2. It was a good trip. The interesting piece, though, is we got one rigger shot. We got 1 or 2 diver shots with small fish, and everything else came on the torpedo weighted steel. I had a 300, a 350, and a 400 out, running meat and flies on those. And then I had a 10 color of lead with a spoon. And let me tell you, everything except for one fish on the lead core came on the torpedo weighted steel. It was great because Paul and his dad had never ran torpedo weighted steel, and they said it was basically a commercial for torpedo weighted steel last night. So, but again, that was east, and I trolled all the way from the marina to Highland Creek, and then turned around and trolled all the way back, and we picked up some good fish. So then, this morning came. I've been hearing that there was some decent fish in front or west of the marina. Hearing there was some good fish again. That the spit is still on fire, but I wanted to be away from the boats. I had a gentleman out this morning, James from Orlando, Florida, and single person group. So only running a 4-rod spread, and he wanted to try and catch some Lake Ontario salmon. So great morning. I decided to go east again. So powered up for about 10 minutes, set my rods down in about 110 feet of water, and quickly found that 130, 135 line that was good for me last night. And I was running 2 riggers with meat, 2 divers with flies. I'll start by saying today was an interesting one. I've been talking about how the flies are doing all the work. Well, today it was, I had 2 fly shots, lost them both. They just hit the divers and were gone. All the good fish came in the riggers. The riggers were at 55 feet and 77 feet with some of my custom flashers from projectsalmon.ca and bait heads. But did great. I think we ended up with 3 or 4 mature salmon and a whole bunch of 2-year-olds. I think 8 or 9 was our total. Again, running 4 rods. I think we're about 4.5 hours in, and James was like, "Hey man, I'm good. Let's just start trolling in." I started trolling in, took out the rods, and the rest is history. He kept one nice 2-year-old for him and his wife to eat for dinner tonight, and we released everything else, which is great. Love those trips. I think it's good for the fishery to put those big guys back. So that's what happened. So that was my last 3 days. But let's talk about what's working. So, I'll be fully honest. I'm using my projectsalmon.ca gear, but I'm going to share which patterns were working for me. There was also one item that I've been playing around testing, which I'll show you guys first. So this is actually one of those new Stinger sidekicks, and I got a couple of these, but they just were chrome with chartreuse tape. So what I've done is I've custom taped this and made it like a stud pattern here. This took a couple of shots today. It's got some glow and UV Twinkies, and then this actually got a John King head with UV slick and a red eye, similar to like the hotfish head. I just happen to have this one kicking around. And then what I did is I just threw some tapes on the back. So I got like a bit of glow tape, I threw a red eye, and I threw, I think this is like a green with some UV over top. You can see these are actually for an 8-inch flasher, but it's all I had kicking around. I just wanted to doctor this one up, and this was pretty good. I can do some more testing on these, but so far so good. So that was the kind of test piece. Then what did I have out of my standard lineup? So I'll start by saying the split personalities are probably some of my favorite flashes that I make. I had the green split personality. So this is a green dot with a matching head, glow and UV Twinkie flies. This was great. Black dot, similar rig, only difference is this one had no Twinkie flies. So no Twinkies on this one. Sticking on the theme of meat, Hotfish 10, split personality can't decide with my green animal bait head. It's a glow bait head with the green animal print. This thing's money, man. This thing is always good for at least 2 or 3 matures, it feels like. And today it was no different. I think it took all the matures came off this particular flasher. Flasher bait head fly combo. The Twinkie flies, these are glow and black. Just some I made a few years ago and they work. And then for the flies, I've really been running 2 flashers most of the season. Chartreuse split personality with a greenish fly and a green split personality with a greenish fly. These 2 have been money. Any green fly, like if you go to my website, you'll see there's a whole bunch of different flies I have. Any of the ones with the greens and the glows will work with these 2 flashers. they've done incredibly well. But that's what's been working for me. So I hope you find this report useful. It is a longer report, 10 minutes, but it's for 3 days of fishing. So anyways, just a reminder, don't forget to like my videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Good luck. I am going to be off the water for the next few days. And then on Friday, I literally start my marathon where as long as the weather is good, I'll be on the water for almost, I think, 15 or 20 days straight. Anyways, good luck. I'll try and keep the reports coming. But get out there, be safe. The weather looks pretty good over the next little while. Talk to you later. Bye.